All right, texture. Here's our next guy. Musical texture. Texture refers to how you set up the melody against harmony. Now, first of all, what is melody? Melody is the singable part of any given song. If we're singing, sing a song, make it simple to last the whole day long, whatever that is the melody. Any part of a song that you can pretty much remember and sing, that's the melody. Harmony is the chords or background behind it. Sometimes the chords, just big chords. Sometimes it might be a rock and roll thing where you could have a very small. Okay, fine. But the way that those two work together is what determines our musical texture. Now we have three primary types of musical texture. First is monophonic. And in a monophonic texture, there's just a main melody. That's it. No secondary melodies, no harmonies, just the melody. So if you're just sitting around with friends singing some silly song, I don't know, what's a silly song you sang back in school? I don't know. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. That's the only part of that melody. There is no chords to it. If I were to just play a single there's a melody. You can remember that. Da, 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 da. Great. Anyway, most monophonic music really is either just stuff you're singing with friends or is more related to Gregorian chant, which we'll study later. Often there'll be monophonic sections to a piece of music, but rarely in modern writing is any piece of music strictly monophonic. All right. Next we have polyphonic. Let's get the right one in order here. Polyphonic means there are more than one melody. They're going simultaneously and they're of equal importance. Doesn't really just mean that there's harmony involved. It means there are two separate melodies. Now sometimes it'll be the same melody being sung at two different times, and that's called a round. I have a lovely example here. Thought I'd make some stupidity go. Here we go. Oh, that won't work if you don't turn on the speakers, will it? Okay, let's try again. Da, 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 da. And here we go.
Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 laughing by the stream. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 laughing by the stream. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 laughing by the stream.
Alright, isn't that lovely? Oh, shut that off. Okay. That's an example of a round where you sing the same melody at two rhythmically different times. Most polyphonic music is going to have some variation upon that, but there are differences. If you listen to much of Bach's music, there's a lot of instrumental music from Bach's writing where there are two equally important melodies going on simultaneously, sometimes more than two. That music is polyphonic instrumental music. Alright, last we have the one you're most familiar with, homophonic music. Homophonic music is just a main melody. Sometimes there's a secondary melody, but not as strong. Maybe backup singers or something. But a primary melody with an accompaniment behind it. That accompaniment can be complex, that accompaniment could be very simple. It doesn't matter. So if we were to writing a homophonic song, notice how the chords move along. They're my background so I can sing my lovely homophonic song. I love this homophonic song. It makes me feel so strong. Oh, woo, yeah. Okay, lovely. You have a simple background there, just the... That's not really singable, but it just gives a backup for the silly melody that was going against it. Sometimes you might have a riff. To the song, I make it up as I go. Who cares? Whatever. I can't really sing and play too good, so crappy version. But regardless, there's a riff, and you sing against the riff, or maybe an instrumental melody's played against the riff. Either way, that's a homophonic texture as well. Most music from pretty much the classic period, which is going to come right after Bach, and he's the Baroque period. Most music thereon is going to be homophonic, and if it's not, it will only be small sections that aren't. So let me recap this quickly. Monophonic texture, one melody, no accompaniment. Polyphonic texture, multiple melodies of equal weights. And homophonic texture is a primary melody with a background which can be simple or elaborate. I should say an accompaniment more than a background. So an accompaniment that can be simple or elaborate. You get to watch me.